Welcome to this explainer. We're jumping right into a really fascinating topic today, one that completely bridges the gap between our modern living spaces and the great outdoors. We are talking about biophilic furniture design. Basically, how the very objects we sit on, eat at, and work on every single day are evolving to reconnect us with the natural world.
So, let's kick this off with a quick question. How much time do you actually spend indoors, totally disconnected from the natural world? Think about it. Between working, commuting, and just relaxing on the couch, for most of us, it's easily upwards of 90% of our day. We live incredibly indoor-centric lifestyles. And honestly, this growing detachment from nature, that's exactly the problem biophilic design is trying to solve.
To help us break this all down, here is our roadmap. We'll cover 1. The biophilia concept, 2. Nature and furniture, 3. Why it matters, 4. Challenges to consider, and 5. The manufacturing methodology. Let's get right into it.
Starting with Section 1, the biophilia concept, reconnecting with nature indoors.
Now, biophilia is defined as the inherent human affinity for the natural world. But listen, this isn't just some passing design trend. It's actually a deeply rooted psychological theory. We are literally hardwired by our evolutionary history to crave a connection with nature. Seeking out natural light, touching organic elements, being around living things, it's practically in our DNA.
So, biophilic design takes that abstract psychological theory and turns it into a physical, tangible reality. It's the deliberate practice of incorporating elements that mimic or directly involve nature within our interior spaces. The ultimate goal here? To foster connection, well-being, and productivity by intentionally engineering our environments to satisfy that deep-seated biological craving we just talked about.
Moving on to Section 2, nature in furniture, bringing the outdoors into our daily spaces.
You can really think of this as the rule of 3 for furniture. First up, natural materials. Instead of your hands resting on cold plastic or sterile metal, you get the warmth and texture of real wood, stone, bamboo, or natural fibers. It creates this amazing tactile connection. Second, organic forms. We're tossing out those harsh, rigid right angles and replacing them with harmonious shapes inspired by nature. Think of the gentle curve of a leaf or the fluidity of moving water. And third, the actual integration of plant life. We're talking literal built-in planters or green walls right in the furniture, bringing living nature indoors.
Okay, Section 3, why it matters, the impact on you and the planet.
Biophilic furniture actually operates on 3 incredibly impactful levels. First, enhanced well-being. Exposure to natural elements is scientifically linked to reducing stress levels, improving your mood, and, get this, actually increasing cognitive function. So yeah, your brain literally works better. Second is sustainability. Utilizing sustainably sourced materials aligns perfectly with eco-friendly practices and drastically reduces our environmental footprint. And finally, aesthetic appeal. Look, nature never goes out of style. It creates timeless designs that are highly versatile and complement almost any interior style you can think of.
Now, to be totally objective, we have to look at the other side. Section 4, challenges to consider, the realities of natural design. We really have to weigh all those fantastic benefits against a couple of undeniable realities. First up is material durability. Unlike synthetic plastics that you can just wipe down and ignore, natural materials require additional, ongoing maintenance to preserve their appearance and longevity. It's a bit like the struggle of keeping a tricky houseplant alive. Nature just requires a little more upkeep. The second hurdle? Cost implications. Responsibly and sustainably sourced materials are, well, often a lot more expensive, which unfortunately increases the final cost for the consumer.
Let's look at how this is actually done. Section 5, manufacturing methodology, how biophilic furniture is actually made.
Bringing this furniture to life involves a comprehensive 3-step sustainable loop. Step 1 is material selection. This means strictly sourcing from certified sustainable forests and using non-toxic natural finishes. Step 2 is the design process. This is where designers draw inspiration for those organic forms we mentioned and integrate functional elements, like maybe even a small built-in water feature. And Step 3 focuses on the actual manufacturing practices, implementing energy-efficient production methods on the factory floor and aggressively minimizing waste.
And that waste minimization part is absolutely crucial. Techniques like precision cutting and recycling scraps aren't just nice-to-haves, they are essential to align the manufacturing with the ecological goals. Actually, scratch that. They're the whole foundation. You simply cannot successfully create a product that honors nature if you're using environmentally destructive methods to build it, right?
Which brings us to the end of our explainer today.
And I want to leave you with this somewhat provocative thought about your own home or office. Does your furniture merely serve a basic function, just a generic place to sit or rest a laptop? Or does it actively enhance your environment, your health, and your daily well-being? Because as we've seen, biophilic design proves that the objects around us hold the incredible power to reconnect us with the natural world. Something to think about the next time you sit down at your desk.